I canceled the Mother's Day celebration I planned for my wife after what she told my son. I'm 37, have a 13-year-old son, and I was a widower when I met my current wife. She has a 16-year-old daughter from a previous relationship. We've been married for 3 years, and for the most part, things between the kids are okay. There's no fighting or drama, but they're not exactly close either. My son's always been quiet. He likes his space, keeps to himself, and doesn't really vibe with loud family gatherings or being pushed into small talk. My wife and her daughter are the exact opposite. Loud, outgoing, always pushing him to open up and be more sociable. I've had to talk to them about it more than once. He's not broken, he's just introverted. They said they understood, promised they'd stop forcing it. I took them at their word. Fast forward to this Mother's Day, I planned a full celebration. I booked a nice restaurant, invited my wife's extended family, made sure everything was arranged perfectly. I even picked up a custom cake, had the staff in on the surprise, the whole deal. My stepdaughter caught wind of it and told my wife in advance, which kind of blew the surprise, but I rolled with it. She seemed excited, so whatever. The day before the celebration, I got off work early and stopped by the house to grab something before heading out to finalize the restaurant stuff. I had my keys and came through the front door quietly. That's when I heard my wife and stepdaughter in the living room. My son was there too, and they were talking about the dinner. I didn't mean to eavesdrop at first, but then I caught my wife asking my son to convince me to let him stay home from the dinner. She said his socially inept, introverted attitude would make her family uncomfortable and ruin the mood. He told her he'd be on his best behavior, said he'd try to talk and be friendly, but she didn't budge. She just kept saying it wasn't believable. Then came the part that made my blood boil. She said, "Technically, I'm not even your mom, so I don't get why you're trying so hard to be involved anyway." Her daughter laughed and said something nasty, but I was too focused on my son's face. He didn't say anything after that, just stared at the floor. Then they noticed me. I stepped into the room, told both kids to go upstairs. Then I looked at my wife and told her the celebration was off. Not postponed, canceled. She immediately started questioning me, asking what I meant, why, what she was supposed to tell her family. I laid it out, word for word, what I heard, how she humiliated my son in our own house. She tried to spin it, claimed I only heard part of the conversation, said she didn't mean it like that. I told her I heard enough and I wasn't going to argue with her. She lost her mind, screaming that I was making a huge mistake and ruining her Mother's Day. I walked away and went straight to the restaurant to cancel the reservation. She kept going, storming around the house, slamming doors, accusing me of choosing sides. I didn't even respond. That night she packed a bag, grabbed her daughter, and left to go stay with her parents. Next morning, radio silence. No calls, no texts. Not even a message to ask how the kid she just verbally trashed was doing. Nothing. My son didn't say much either. I just sat down beside him, asked if he was okay. He gave a shrug. That quiet kind of heartbreak you don't need words to recognize. I told him I was proud of him and that I'd always have his back. He nodded and said thanks. That was enough. Later that week, my wife's family started calling. One of her cousins messaged me saying I overreacted.